Hey, Welsh Metals here. Today I'm going to be making some pure tin rings. Got some that I made earlier here. I'll be making a plain and textured type from these bars. And there's one I made today as well at the back. Won't be going much higher gauge than that, as that is quite thick. But they are all quite nice rings. These haven't been soldered yet. May leave them in an unsoldered state, I'm not sure, as it does aid them in being put on your finger, as tin's slightly malleable, so you can squeeze them on, basically. So I've got 3 there, sizes. I'm going to be making the first 2. Equipment I'll be using: files and vice, the ring forming tool, vital component. There's also a sizer there. I can find out what size ring that I have made. Got a nice angle here. Nice sunny day today. Perfect for doing this. Sandpaper for after. Wow, this ring bending tool is actually really hot from the sun. Nice. So, bend this one first. Sandpaper's blowing away. Really good tool, this. Got a feeling I will break it eventually, bending stuff though. So probably worth having a few of these sort of tools. I don't think they're designed to last forever, especially since you're crushing metal with metal. Need a higher gauge on that. Got the thin ring gauge on there at the moment. That was from where I was making this ring here earlier. Get that nice thick one going. Screw just sort of pushes in. It's kind of loose. Better. Don't want the ring to be too small after all. Takes some effort bending this, obviously. Getting a slightly more shapely there. This will have to be worked by file on the vice in order to make it a plain ring, as the texturing will probably show on this, usually does. From the bending itself sort of leaves strange striations throughout the ring. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Once I'm done doing this, just rotating it round, squeezing it until I'm happy with the way it's shaped. I'm now happy with its form. But as you can see, there are striations all the way along the ridge of this. Ooh, bumblebee just flew past. Nature. So, I will be filing this side, just a bit rough on the edges inside and out. Unsoldered also, as you can see. Quite nice rings though. So that didn't take long at all to form. This one I will keep textured I'll probably sell these in different types, thicknesses, gauges, set with gems, set without gems, and probably different types of texture as well eventually. At the moment, only this type of texture I will be doing. Just part of the processing, as that is the mark that you'll end up with from squishing it out. So, bigger one now, thick gauge. Double the thickness of the last ring. Lots of bird songs out here, it's quite nice. Easter Sunday. Was going to make an ultra thick ring out of this, but look at that, it's just way too thick to make a ring out of, so I'll probably work it flat on an anvil, maybe make a bracelet out of it, or remelt it and make more rings out of it. Undecided yet. Probably make more rings though, if I had to guess, since I'm trying to get some skill with this. As that was the first ring, second ring and third ring I've ever made. From scratch, at least. Whole process. Seen me pour these in the last video. From the raw metal. Squeezing this all the way around. I will drop the gauge now in here to a slightly smaller ring. As the thicker ones can be quite difficult to work. The thicker they are, the more strength it takes, the longer the process. Quite a bit of effort put into making all these rings. Takes some strength to do all this sort of work. It's not that warm today though, it's about 12-14 degrees, so optimum working temperature. Not going to work up a sweat or anything. Okay, so I'm going to notch around that very carefully all the way around the edge for a nice texturing. Just like that. All the way around repeatedly. Helps make the texture a bit more even. Even though I'm going to be working both these with a file. One will be plain, the other. This one will be textured. Make the ring a bit more shapely also while I'm doing this. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay. Wow, does get stuck on there though. So, done with the ring bending tool. Now, lovely colour on that thing. Nice little kit. These are. them rings aside. File work time. Little one first, since it will be the easiest to do. Some of these may or may not be set with gems. Unsure what type. Oop, that's not in enough. Vice ain't tight enough, rather. Wrong way. There we go. No need for a huge vice for this sort of work. Big files do help though. Shorten the working time. We should have a small file also nearby for more finishing works. Okay, take that bit. Imagine doing this with a 9-carat gold ring or purer metal, which I will eventually be doing. I have the materials, just a matter of pouring, but I do need to get in a lot of practice before I do that, as I really don't want to waste gold. So, I'll be practicing much doing tin rings first. These are skin safe though. They're made also quite nice. A bit of work has gone into each. Should sell not bad on my eBay store, along with all my other many jewellery pieces. Still got the other ring to do after I've done this one. Phone's taking a weird dislike to that angle. Nope, the phone does not like that angle. Let's try this. There we go. Cars driving past, wondering what the hell I'm up to. Too sunny to sit inside though. Watching internet stuff. Sick of internet. So, final file now, do some light handwork. get the ring more shapely. The other one will be keeping its texture, so I won't have to do that much work to it. Ooh, losing sandpaper. Make sure my sandpaper don't fly off. Lots of metal powder around, which I will be gathering up. Sirens of the city. Could have done this at a workshop sort of table thing. I have a few, but too nice. Minus that siren. Some's close by, wherever it is. Trying to get all the nasty marks out of this. Make it nice and rounded and plain. One deep one there I don't like. Need to shape the ring a bit better anyway. Over here. Yeah. The ring will naturally take a round shape as you work it. But you do need to alternate on the levels, make sure to try and get it all nice and even. Inside now, there's beveled on this side of the file, which aids with cornering, making sure there are no sharp edges on the ring. This will still be sanded once I'm done with the filing. Sandpaper. inside first. It's quite fine grit sandpaper. It does an absolute great job of doing these rings. But it is a sort of brittle sort of sandpaper, so it does fall to pieces. Post the results of these on my Instagram and Twitter as usual. This ring's very nearly done. Should be time to do the other one, hopefully. Because I've already been at this for about 20 minutes, something like that. After all this sanding and filing, these will be buffed at a later time to bring out even more shine, fineness. And then they'll start taking on a corroded sort of tin appearance after a while. And will lose its shine. But not a lot. Still look fantastic. And you can see how much work has gone into these rings also. And a nice flat edge on the sides also. Beautifully shiny. Oof. To even look at, almost as shiny as silver for reflectivity. One of the most reflective metals there is. That's beautiful. A little bit more here. So that ring's done. Beautiful piece. Very nice ring. A little bit big on me, but still quite nice. It's stuck on my finger. My hands are all swollen after doing this. That will happen. So I'll put that aside. Work on the second one now. This will be slightly easier. So I only have to do the sides and a little bit over the tops. It's a bit loose there. Falling through. take out the big file for this for a bit, I reckon. Bring it down a little bit with layers. It's quite thick, these striations. Too thick. Take the coat off. It's making me hot. You know what? I think I'm going to turn this into a plain ring as well. Might not. Might retexture it after it comes out on the corners. After I get rid of some of these nasty corners. Okay. Completely turn that round. Yeah, I'll give this a very light retexturing with the ring former. I'm losing some texture here, but I only want light coverage. I don't want it ridiculously textured. That one look nice. Swap the sides here. Just making these sides nice and even. Better. Do a little bit of this by hand, I think, now. Yeah. Neighbours. Oh. Very hot. Sun is starting to heat up. See you in a minute. Yeah, I know. Sorry about that. Talking to my father, he's on his way out. Do some shopping. Giving this a bit of a retexture, like I just said I would. I do actually want a textured ring over this. That is what I intended to do. Oops. Strange lighting out here today. Very bright. I can't really see the screen on my phone. It's actually making this sort of nicer, as is more shapely. I mean, and the striations are back, so get the fine file out for that. Finish this off. Pretty much just doing the edges and leaving the pattern that is upon there. Could be a little more pronounced towards the end. Still quite nice though. Hard to even look at. It's so bright. Just trying to get rid of all the sharpness. That doesn't inspire safe sort of jewelry. Even make that a little bit more closed there on the. There we go. No, it's giving it a weird shape. It's quite warm out here, and this tin has been heated up through working. So all the way back round. There we go. Reshaped it. Bit off on the edge there. Oh no, that's part of the pattern. Fair enough. Oh, oh, hairs everywhere. Sorry about that. Let's do the inside now. Losing my dexterity a bit. Already made a few of these rings today. Sandpaper. Finish the inside. so it's not sharp inside either. Even though it's textured, I'm going to give it a little bit of a sand, but only on the edges. Calling that done. So, very nice. Got a quick look at them on my hand. That's the textured one. And I got the plain one here I made just now also. So, 2 lovely rings. Hope you agree. Check out my Instagram and Twitter for more images of these rings. And I will probably set a gem or 2 into some of them also in the future. Till next time.